everyone, John is here, and this is part 2 of recovery system tutorial for JFX LineTrader PRO. So guys, I'm leaving the same settings the same. We're only going to try and see what is differences with the this for, well, I think cease recovery, you understand what it means, and continue recovery. Let's do different in here. Let's say maintain size. We have exactly reverse direction if it hits the loss, maintain direction for the take profit, but we will do now a reduce lot size. So you'll see how different it's going to be compared to usual setup with the keeping the lot size. Okay, so we're starting and we do the sell. We know it's going to be losing trade. And so now we're going to watch this, guys. Look. Okay, so you see it did hit the stop and place the take profit and the stop loss. By the way, guys, just wanted to say that pretty much here is the first recovery. It will always try to put take profit is wherever you will have, like 600 points or 500, wherever you're going to put. And sometimes it could be slightly bigger than actually the stop loss it wants to cover, or target to take it together with the stop loss, or if you don't put take profit. So pretty much that's like something with the calculations because of the first one, and that's why when you will be in the small profit, for example, you can manually close, bank a little bit of it, and then it reduces the distance for the take profit if you're using that the first setting we had. Right now we don't have the same setting. Now we have a setting which tells you here, right, reduce the lot size every time it hits the trailing. So watch out now. That's going to be example. So now we're going to move. It's a little bit slow. Okay. Except like in the first example, I think it was moving too fast, and it might not touch the trailing. Yes, so it might not touch the trailing. Oh, that's it. It did now. Watch out. So what happened? As you can see, guys, it's exactly the same now. Again, 600 points take profit. As you saw in the previous video, with the maintain lot size, the take profit was reducing. Here it's exactly the same, but you see the lot size reduced. Now it's only 0.02, but it's opened originally 0.03. So when it's banked a little bit of the profit, you see the stop loss is smaller. We still have now increased a bit of the take profit because we have that profit factor still on, but the lot size reduced. But you see, it might not be fast getting to the take profit, and that's why you see sometimes when you may be watching it and think it had enough, you would want to eventually close it manually. So, but let's see what's going to happen. So, well, right now it's just a very nice and smooth move. You see, touch the take profit again. The lot size is still not 0.2. It decided to have the same lot size, but it's probably the take profit is a little bit too far. But that's how it's calculated, even if it is a bit too far. But it can't recalculate for that because we have very small lot sizes. It can't recalculate for what kind of it needs to be small. It will be always put in the take profit as a 600 points. So that's why maybe you would want it to move it yourself, you know, slightly lower if you would see. In the backtest, I can't see how much is it wants to get there, but you can move it around. Well, obviously, pretty much it wants to probably make $12 something plus, right? But we do have still, well, let's just run it. Let's see and run it to see what is going to happen, which I think it's not going to touch because it's not a big move is going to be. Okay. So it just hit the stop loss, and you see the lot size is still only 0.03. So now it has a loss of $6, and it wants to make also extra $8.06 on top of it. But as you can see, again, take profit is exactly 600 points. Okay, guys, so now it hit again the stop loss, and it is with 0.07, and we can see that again it just hit a bit of the trailing and got us profit. And look, once now it's 0.05, it's reduced the lot size again. but it's still further away. You see where we have our take profit 600 points away. Once again, do we want to move it or we don't? So we're going to leave it and see what else is going to happen, right? It's 13th October, you know, again, 14th October was the finished recovery with the usual setting, maintain the lot size. Now it's still keep going. So now we are in the 14th October. Will it finish it, or it might take longer time, but you can see the lot size compared to the other one on the 14th October. With the previous one, we had the lot size 0.14. Here we have lot size 0.05. And yet again, it just hit slight trailing stop again, had a bit of our profit, and the lot size reduced again, 0.04 now. Okay guys, so you can see we are still in 15th October and it still haven't recovered fully. It's keep going. It's still a small lot size. Now again, it's only 0.03, but it's still keep going. You see, it takes longer. That's what I'm saying with this setting. It's nice that the lot size is reducing, but it takes longer because the take profit is getting slightly bigger. So like once again, you can have a look. You have target is about $9, well, let's say $10, and you have a loss about $3. So it's about $13-14 you want to make back, but you have 600 points and your lot size is 0.03, so that's about $18 it wants to make you. That's why you can decide, okay, maybe, you know, maybe I'll just move a little bit higher, because maybe it's not going to, you know, maybe it will have a reverse at some point, because it's been going for a while, going down, and so now maybe I had enough. Remember, if you want to close it completely, you need to press the scalp, okay? If you press this, it will re-enter. If you press scalp, it will terminate, and then it will finish your recovery. So, or you just move your stop, take profit a little bit closer if you think, okay, that's it, had enough, and I'm going to not wait for the full move, because you see it would have make you slightly more than what it has here because of this calculation of the distance and the lot sizes. Plus minus, that's why it has that plus minus, but it's important, so that's why you can move a little bit to, let's say, finish wherever it will finish. So you see it's 16th October and we're still in a recovery mode. We still haven't recovered our trade and we still have profit to make. But I mean, okay, this one, you see the benefits that it could be few pairs at the same time, and there is not much of the worry that the lot size can increase dramatically. But you see the other one is already closed a few days ago. On the 14th, it still is already another 2 extra days and still can't come out from the recovery. But the lot size is quite small, yes. So quite possibly it's going to hit the stop loss again. I have a profit and I'm going to just close it. And yeah, I'm going to check. You see the results, which that's what you could have checked it out all the time to see what is happening, what's happening, and eventually you see you have a profit. Well, okay, it's $10, and it was what was shown. It was trying to make, right? So it was trying to make you 10 something dollars every time with some cents. That's why it was keep going and going for these profits until it wanted to actually get you out with the profit. The target, it was building up all the time. You see, guys, even though it was closing the stops with the profits, but you see at the end it was still only a few cents away where it wanted to make exactly the profit. So that's why I'm saying when you keep an eye on it and you see that the machine wants to, like robot wants to do exact number or something like plus minus, you can just see yourself how much it's made and then decide, make a decision, maybe you had enough. Okay, so now let's go and see some other settings. Now let's have a look at the settings. Instead of reverse direction, let's do maintain direction for our recovery if it will hit the stop loss, right? I'm going to leave maintain size, not going to reduce. So let's see how that's going to work. Okay, so I'm going to press start and we're going to sell again. Okay guys, so now as you can see, instead of buy, it's had a sell order now. So that's how pretty much the maintain direction works. So you see that's next time when it's going to hit the stop loss, it's going to open another sell again. So I mean, okay, we can wait a little bit and see. But the trailing stop we have is still maintain the direction, right? So we have the same setup for trailing stop, but we have different for stop loss. Like I'm saying, in this situation, I would prefer if you go for some setting like this with maintain direction, then you would have a stop loss much bigger because it's more, and again, depends if you are very high or very low, then you would expect, for example, if it goes against you long time, then it probably will be changing the direction, right? So if you go in one trend and one point, it should turn around. And if you made a mistake, you think next time maybe if it will move another 100 pips, it will change the direction eventually. So you see, once again, next move, 0.06, new lot size. It has no chance to bank and just keep going. You see that that's the danger when it goes one direction for too long without reverse. That's why if you put such a small distance, only 500 points or like 600 points, it's too small. For some pairs, like, you know, what you need to calculate, it could be actually quite nice setup, especially with the smaller lots. For example, if you go for a bigger stop loss, like 200 points. For example, the pairs like euro dollar we know, so you need to calculate, let's say, if it will drop or jump like 500 points. We've seen it can go for so many without reverse because we usually need a little bit of correction, right? And then it would be quite nice to get out. But let's say if it goes 500 points, you can calculate and you can put your stop losses like, let's say, 200 every 200 points, and then you have less chances to hit it and to come out with your profit possibly. But at the same time, of course, you might have floating for a while and have a swap building up. So you see, there are always pluses and minuses. That's what I'm saying, guys. You can do quite a lot of things with the CA if you trade semi-manually, not fully automatically. And so I think this is the most interesting and good as a tool to use in your day trading when you're actually analyzing, you're watching what's happening, and then you apply the settings with your strategy, according to your strategy. You can use it for any strategies. It's just the way you place the stop losses, take profits, the trailings. It makes it so much easier to use in your daily trading. So I'm just showing you all these options which you can choose and play with. You see, for example, again, so like if they would be using something like that, like kind of like martingale, I of course take profit if you have a stop loss that big. The take profit would be smaller, so that also increases the lot size, especially if it doesn't have an opportunity to bank a little bit of profits on the way. So you see, I mean, at this moment we're still running. Again, you can see it's 6 October. We can check it out how fast it will get us out of recovery. You see the previous one where it's increases the uh, decreases the lot size. It was like 19th October something, it was still, right? And then we decided to actually get out from the trade ourselves because it still was trying to make that $10 plus something cents, and it was not, because it was not reaching that amount it wanted, it was keeping on and on and on. And the previous setting we had, okay, you see, look, it's going, you see the same lot size, 0.06, but take profit reduced. And well, let's see if it actually will close even early. See, we have 6 October. It's a chance that it might close now. This setting's also good when you get into the side, okay, when it's a flat for a while and then you're stuck in a narrow range, then it could be quite useful also setting, a nice one. So you see that might be, actually, again, you can cancel it yourself, close it, terminate it, because again, it goes for target, it goes for the, let's just see if it will do. Because, yeah, it's getting really nearly there. Like, yeah, well, okay. It's closed by the trailing stop again. But you see, it keeps the, it's still the sell, because the trailing is opens the same direction. We haven't changed it. Okay, so now you see it's trying to go back. We have still lot size is only 0.06. It's not as huge, but you see it runs away. If we would have just manually terminated it, we would have been pretty much okay. Maybe just like I'm saying, few cents or maybe a couple of dollars short of what the target and the EA was trying us to make. But we only had, you see, loss of minus, you see that's what it was trying to cover, loss of $1.36 and make us $8, 0.6. And now if it's going to hit the loss, it's going to have to recover again quite big loss. It's going to, let's see if it's going to hit it or not. Once again, as I'm repeating, it's a machine. The machine wants exact number, plus minus, right, with the calculations, what it can calculate. But when we are watching it, we can make our decisions and decide, you see, like, for example, I told you close a little bit earlier. Okay, so it's trying to reverse again. Okay, guys, so it looks like it's hit the stop loss again, and you see it's sold again with the lot size 0.07, so it's increased it a little bit. And here we go, it has another hit again, and it opens the lot size 0.13. Okay, that's it, guys, it's done. We're going to stop it. Okay, it's finished on 13th October, slightly earlier than the previous settings we had, and come out with the profits. Okay, so it's slightly smaller, but still plus minus, it came out with the lot size 0.13. So now, guys, let's do the other setting, the same setting, but like I'm saying, with this strategy is, it could be better working if you would put, you see, there's all the settings you can change, and we're going to put, let's say, our stop loss, the original stop loss, right? Where we have a stop loss, it was 200 here. Yeah, it was a really little one. So, and we put 1,000 on euro dollar, right? So we just think that euro dollar moves about, well, even 100,200, because sometimes it moves about 100 plus 200 points and then has corrections, turnarounds, and see how that would behave. And here is also stop loss. Also, we're going to put 1,200, but see how, and take profit small. You see, you would say, okay, how is it could be the smaller, take profit smaller, stop loss bigger, is because it's different setting. I mean, you can put 1,000 in here or bigger, and then again, because when we have a correction, right, the correction, if you use FIBA levels, you know that correction is usually halfway through. So if you have a movement of 1,200, then the correction could be about 600 points. So that's why, but you can see, and we're going to have maintain size and maintain direction, everything, leaving as it is. Okay, and you just see the example of how the trade would work. Okay, so we have, so we're going for sell. So you see where the stop loss is way far away from our entry point. So let's say, okay, we made it, and it's now moving not the where we wanted to move, right? So, and who knows? Will it make us profit? Will it come back or not? But that's where we made it. Okay, so but you see the downside of this method is that if it will run away far, it might float for a few days and get the swaps. And if it will turn around and get you out of the trade, of course, you're still going to have the profit you were originally looking for, but it's not going to take into account the swaps, the losses of the swaps, because it's not a recovery, isn't it? It would be your original trade. You see, like here, it just says close. There is no little head, so that means it's not in a recovery. It's just, okay, it goes against you. See, it's going 30 minus $30 already, so runs away. Okay, so yeah, and you just expecting that it will come back and still make you a profit. So you can see, guys, the market moved against us. You saw the floating, and it didn't touch the stop loss, right? So you see that's the bigger stop losses. So you're pretty much floating. It's like pretty much trading without the stops. That's what I'm saying. It's better. Could be sometimes. Now you're coming back. I mean, and during that process, you could have, like, let's say, see this nice channel. You could have, you know, use the orders again, place more orders. But of course, you need to watch out what is your floating, your drawdown, right? It all depends also on the size of your account. So that's why you see you are still sitting at 7th October. Remember, we already had, with our previous recovery settings, we had 4-6 attempts. We had some losses already made. We had some recoveries already, and the lot sizes, some of them were like 0.14. The biggest one we saw, the different, lots of things were going on. With this one, you can see there is nothing's going on. You just have that floating there, and you just wait for the market to possibly come back and get you out of this with a trade. But of course, you need to see how many swaps you collect from 5th October to 6th, and to 7th you have 2 nights. I mean, it's very small ones with 0.02, of course, but of course, if the market will come back and will try to get you into profit, you would want to, of course, move it slightly for bigger profit, right? Just to cover your swaps if you worry about them. But other than that, so you see, it's 7th October. We still have nothing at this moment. Like I'm saying, you could have get some other trades, could have been profitable trades. So once again, who knows, waiting, right, with the other stop losses, which are far away and give you a bit more opportunities. But like I'm saying, depends how big your account is. The drawdown, you need to watch out, of course, the drawdown, right? And yeah, but that's it. Like you see, we're still sitting and waiting, right? So nothing's happening, so we're just waiting for the market to continue. Let's say here we're going to, you know, place some more trades. Let's say I see this nice channel. I want to place some more trades. Why not? Okay, guys, so you see, for example, we got into another trade, and we have our still floating. The first trade is still floating. Okay, so we can remove now the lines. You see where the other trade stop loss is also 1,200 points. Okay, as you can see, guys, the other trade is already closed, half position with profit. The other one is trailing at break even. It's still other one is still floating with loss, and the other one is closed. Made us some profit, so we can see while that one is still running. So we had this one, you see, closed with profit. So the other one slipped. Probably the half position, you see one half position close to profit, the other half with at the break even kinda. And our first trade is still floating. We still haven't touched the stop loss, and still has a possible chance to come back. Let's see, it's 12th October. I pressed buy myself. Didn't want to, but pressed by accident now. But anyways, I'm just going to maybe close it. Too fast now. But okay, let's say I did it, and if it will go down, it's, you know, it's 120 pips or 1,200 points. So you see, 14th October, still nothing is going on with this our original order. It's still floating. So, well, that's pretty much how you trade without the stops. You see, you have better opportunity for it, like, to come back possibly to your area, and not collecting the losses, and not building up the lot sizes, but you just need to watch the drawdown. The drawdown is that way, how low it's going, so how big it is. That's why big accounts, it's not that bad, no, you can control it. With the small accounts, it's very dangerous to do it that way. Okay, so finally our trade closed with half positions profitable. You see the other half is in a trailing, and so you see, and it's keep going possibly, and we have the other one. Now we have another buy order floating, and with the stop at 1,200 points. So but you see, guys, that's what I was trying to show you, how the placing is. 15th of October, pretty much about the same time when we had the other recoveries happened, and with still the same lot size, but the drawdown, right? Well, who knows, of course, what the swaps will be here. It's quite a lot of times, about 10 days running, and the swaps, but pretty much it's going to be probably less than what it is making. So of course then you can decide, you see, for example, running a little bit more, getting you a little bit more profit. You could move the stop here a little bit. Okay, it's at break even right now with this one, the second position of it. And but that's how I'm showing you those different ways of trading. That's what I'm saying. It depends. You can choose your own settings and the ways of trading. So you see, guys, that other trade is closed. Let's just pause it and I'll show you what do we have results. So you see that the trade, the 373 plus the half is closed at break even. So we made our profit we wanted, right? So pretty much by the end of 15th, 16th October, what we had a big recovery with one of them is about the same. At least you saw a little bit of recovery because it was getting a little bit that profit factor. You had a bit better profit here, right? We had about so like if it wouldn't be our other trades, it would be only 373. With the other ones, we had about $9 or $8 profit because it was topping up a little bit, right? So it was a little bit increasing it. So, but in the process, as you see, we made this one. We had the other trade we took, which was profitable. And well, we have right now this one is trading, which we can see. I mean, okay, let's just run and see. Is that one was going to hit our stop, or is it going to turn around maybe? See now, perfectly fine. We're back into our area, and now it's going to, you see, close it out. We're already in a profitable trade, and the trading stop is here in the break even, and the first half is already closed. You see, guys, that's what the benefits of using this type of strategy. See, if we would have placed here orders, we would have had one profitable trade, and now would be in another profitable trade. So and we had no losses on our account. Okay, so no losses, but you had floatings, and that's how floatings. That's how I was trading, guys. With the account I showed you from the last year, pretty much I had no stops, and that's how it was. But the account draw down about 60% because it was that huge move on pound. Remember last year, huge move on pound, and that's how it was. But you saw the benefits. I doubled the account and made even more. Actually, more than doubled, and the year is not even finished. I finished trading the account with over 100 something plus percent by using this type of strategy with pretty much no stops. So now I'm going to pause it. That's done. I want to show you results. You see, guys. So well, I mean, break even again, it slipped, but you can see. So we made already like $9, and there was no losses at all, not even one loss. So that's another way of trading, guys, and using the recovery system. You see here, recovery didn't even trigger. Okay, guys, so now I'm going to show you that setting when we're going to do reverse the trailing stop, right? After the trail, it touches trailing stop, we're going to reverse. I'm going to do usual reverse direction of the stop loss 2. So both reverses, and we have our usual move again. and we do know, so I'm going to sell, that is going to hit the stop, and you're going to see how it's going to change the direction. So you see it's going to hit it in a minute. Okay, so right now it's bought. Okay, so it's in a recovery, and now I'm going to slow down a bit. Now it's going to move the trading stop. Okay, so you see guys, now watch out. So it moved, this is a trailing stop, and it's in the plus, positive. So now when it's going to touch the trailing stop, it will reverse. Okay, so instead of continue to outtake profit, it will reverse and open a new recovery. So here we go. You see, now it's sold. Instead of continue, it's sold. So now it's going the other way around. So, and every time it will touch this trailing, it will reverse. You see, I mean, okay, we have the setting, but I don't think it's good, because we usually would expect a continuation. But I mean, okay, there are different situations in the market. I mean, quite possibly, let's see what's going to happen here. Okay, so you see it's sold again, so reversed. Okay, look, actually, I have, it's 7th October and it's already finished. Let's just see, actually, maybe it's a better result by the look of it. It does look like it, doesn't it? Look, we had the first loss. I increased a little bit stop loss. Look at this. It's actually, it's banked and finally closed it with our profit, with slightly increased profit. So it's actually working nice. Went faster. Look, 7th October, we already closed with the same lot size, only 0.04. Pretty much on the same movement. So I'm quite impressed myself. That's what I'm saying. You need to play and test it and see better settings. You see, I'm applying at this moment the same settings on the real account too, but I can see that benefits of this one is actually quite good. It did a good job. So what else we haven't tried? I think we have tried now everything. Oh yeah, let's try, yeah, when you're going to see, for example, we're going to do buy, right, and get into the bad trade. Okay, so you see, got in a bad trade, and now, for example, you want not reverse, but you want to change the direction. So it has a sell, but you, let's say, want to buy. So you see, you can press that button and it will reverse. So for example, if I will press now, you see it's bought. Okay, so you can see you change it. So now it's bought, you think it's going to go up. Yeah, and then, well, okay, it's went up a little bit. And so you, if it will go in a close, okay, so it's bought again. Okay, so and it's keep going. And it might even touch the take profit in here. But let's just, we're moving it away. And now, for example, from here, you think it's going to turn around, so manually. And then you're going to press that button, you see. And now it will also reverse. You see, here it says reverse. So if I'll press now, what it did, it's closed, everything's closed. Now I guess it came out with the profit, so that's why it's just finished everything, because it's a little bit fast. Yeah, you see, it's all the profit. It's made profit. Okay, let's do another example again. Again, we're going to buy. So it looks like it's going against us. Okay, so that's profitable. Let's do another buy. Let's close the profitable trade. So that's maybe, that will be losing one. Okay, so let's just speed it up. Yeah, okay, so once again, it's just been a losing trade. And now I'm thinking, okay, what it did, it sold. You see, it's continue, and let's do our take profit a little bit further. Let's say we think again it's going to reverse. So instead of sell, you want to buy. You see, it tells you reverse. Okay, and it did buy. So now let's say we're going to again reverse. Let's say sell. We want to sell, and we reverse and it sells again. and we want to continue with our usual settings, we just press in the middle, and then we just continue whatever settings you have there put up into your EA. So you see, and then it just continues. That's it, done. So pretty much done. You see again, and results. You see we're in profit again. Look at this, $47. Okay, 19th October. Just plain buy and sell, buy and sell. So you see, you can do it like this: reverse, reverse, reverse. When it moves, touches one of your levels, you can press reverse. Touch one of your levels, you can press reverse, and you see, we end up with quite a big profit. 19th October. Look at that. So that's how, if you're watching it, that's why, guys, I'm trying to show you the benefits of semi-auto trading. I'm still trying to convince you that when you're doing semi-auto, you have better results when you just leave it in fully auto. Like, for example, now I'm checking out on my real account, I'm testing it, right? Still, there's different settings, different ways of trading. So I want to come out and see what's the better. But you see, the back test, you can do it yourself. You can play with it and see which one works better for you. So I think I have covered pretty much everything. If not, of course, you can play with it. In next videos, we will have a look how to actually place it completely automatically, and how to make it work completely auto, because you can use it on any pairs, and automatically you can buy and sell and get your profits and recoveries, and you don't even need to touch it. So yeah, and thank you for watching, guys. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe, like it, and if you're interested in the EA, just check in the description how to get it, but hurry up, because from January we're going to increase the price, and right now it's still at $20 a month subscription, and if you will subscribe and continue, it will be fixed for you. But from the January we're going to increase it a bit, because you see it's really cool. That the EA is really cool and makes trading so much easier and stress-free, less stress. I think so anyway. So okay, see you in my next video. Bye.